In North America, it's often said Christmas is all about the kids, and that was certainly the case in Bethlehem, where children were at the center of festivities this Christmas Eve. But the ranks are thinning in this generation of Christian children who call Bethlehem home. Middle East correspondent Loren McNabb now on how uncertainty and strife have hollowed out a very important corner of Christianity.
Their language is Arabic, but even here, the English phrase Merry Christmas is easily understood. As is the concept of Santa.
He wants a Jeep car.
A Jeep car.
He wants a plane. He wants a cow, a horse.
And for his mum, Rana, the gift of a family meal.
In Christmas, like you see, we sit all together on the table.
But the numbers at the El Sus table are dwindling. Over the last decade, a dozen relatives have moved to Canada or the United States.
Every year it gets smaller.
This is where the Bible says Christ was born. But the little town of Bethlehem is now a Muslim town instead. Since 1948, the Christian population has plummeted from 85% to about 20%. Aziz El Sus is Rana's cousin, and he believes they're slowly being squeezed out.
All the time problem between the Jewish and the Muslim, and the Christian in middle between Jewish and Muslim.
You're caught in the middle.
Yeah.
The conflict has made life difficult for Palestinians and Israelis, and the separation barrier between the two. The travel restrictions is why many Palestinians say they flee. But this group of Canadian activists and politicians says what many Arab Christians are afraid to add is that religious persecution, largely at the hands of Islamic extremists, also plays a role.
There's obviously everything from physical violence right down to destruction of property.
Chantal Delarge is a Toronto immigration lawyer who traveled to the Middle East this month to urge leaders to do more.
They feel that it is a Muslim area, that Christians are not wanted there.
It's a controversial allegation most Palestinian politicians have denied. But no matter how you slice it, Aziz says an increasing number of Christians feel they have no choice but to go.
Help us to stay in this land.
One of the few pork butchers in the West Bank. His family has profited from selling the meat not eaten by Muslims and Jews. But almost every penny he earns goes towards building a new life in Ontario, where his wife and kids live, waiting for him to join.
Here, no future for my family. In Canada, it is new country, peace country, have a future.
Even if it means leaving the town that inspired these songs. Loren McNabb, Global News, Bethlehem.